Okay, I am back in F1 2020. This time, though, not so much to play the game, more so to... it's the graphics quality analysis, so to look through all these different things with the high preset as the reference, and go from there. Key was provided by Tinsley PR for Deep Silver, and also I quickly looked. Texture streaming and asynchronous compute require restarting the game to take effect, so asynchronous compute should have no impact on image quality, I want to say. Texture streaming might, but honestly I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't, because that might not be like setting what the texture quality is, but certain priority stuff for how it gets streamed in and out. There's weird stuff to how textures are handled today. At least they can be. Honestly though, well, I feel like a lot of this stuff is going to be the same as what I had in 2019. Though I haven't really reviewed that stuff. So it's like, I'm not really expecting too much to be super interesting there. But I did bring up the review, so I can't look at that. Anti-aliasing and isotropic have some stuff there. Lighting quality could be interesting. Shadows, okay, that could be interesting to look at. Particles, alright, well, yeah, anyway, go through that later. But here's all this stuff. Frame rate limit obviously won't matter. Anti-aliasing will matter, this setting, especially with the sharpening there. And I wanted to, but I'm having some issues with Steam today. I wanted to start to install the game on the test system, which has an RTX card in it, so I can see if DLSS is also an option or not under anti-aliasing. But I can't, because Steam is deciding, oh, you can't log in, for whatever reason. Fortunately, it's logged in on the desktop where I am now, so it doesn't matter. And eavesdrop filtering, that could be... That should have an impact. And I'm not going to touch motion blur. It doesn't make sense for me to touch motion blur because I always turn it off, so I cannot tell you whether it looks good or not. Alright, it'd be kind of neat if you could actually pick your own car in here. Sure. I'm just trying to remember these tracks well enough. Well, yeah, we can do it in Australia. So this is the time trial. I just am going to be here so I can look around at things. Oh, and I do have the gaze tracker off because I don't need that complicating anything. Oh, that's true. This is actually going to potentially put stuff up online. Well, I'm not going to finish a lap, so it won't matter that much. Hell, I don't need to start a map. Alright, start a track. Alright, so this is what it looks like at high. And let's get straight to this one. So yeah, turn it all off, confirm. Immediately you can see fair amount of aliasing. Oh, look at that temporal aliasing on the grass. Hopefully that's coming through in the video. I mean, it's there. I'm trying to think, how can I make sure that I can do this for a while? Yeah, let's speed up. Yeah, it doesn't really matter that much. Yeah, do that. Right now, from what I'm seeing here, it's there. There's definitely clear aliasing, but you can get away with it being off, I think. And that is basically what I concluded before. Oh, do I want to... You know what? No, I'm not going to mess with the dynamic resolution because I can't control it. I have no ability to directly control it. So Like, okay, yeah, it may, bring something. For image quality, I can't control it. For performance, it would be more interesting, but I'm not looking at performance just now. So, okay. It also is not an option for... Okay, it's only an option for those two. Got it. Yeah, so right now, though, I am thinking I'll put down off for the minimum. It's all the way down here. There is releasing definitely, but not necessarily unacceptable when it comes to normal play. Just you're going to be going around so fast that, yeah, it's going to be there, but your focus is probably not going to be where it'll matter. Alright, so CMA 2, which is Conservative Morphological Anti-Aliasing, second version of it. It's an Intel technology. It is, I don't think it has a temporal component to it. I don't recall that being the case. But it works by trying to figure out what the original shape is and then blending accordingly, like any morphological filter. But to be honest, it's like, look at the parts of the car holding up the rearview mirrors. There's no improvement there, and that's something that I would expect. I honestly would expect a yeah, it's not any different. That I would expect a morphological filter to figure out. I'm just giving it some movement. Yeah, I'm not even seeing it on the edge of the track, so it's... I'm not seeing any value to CMAA right now. Alright, make that note. There. That it does not appear to do anything with some of the clear examples. Alright, now TA checkerboard, that will reduce the rendering resolution for every frame because it alternates what sections of the screen get rendered, but so that can improve performance, but it can also address some aliasing. It will hurt image quality, at least that is my expectation, but it should help with aliasing. Yeah, already it's like that part of the car holding up the rearview mirrors definitely looks better. And when being still, it doesn't look that bad, though the grass does have some shimmering to it, likely because of the reconstruction. Well, maybe there's supposed to be also wind going as well. But if you look at the track, it's a lot softer. So that even when being still, then if I do that, yeah, there's a lot of detail back by doing that. All right, let's go to TAA. I'm mainly looking at the track right now for the details. It is a little hard to, well, here, I shouldn't be doing it that way. It is a little hard to tell because of that snap. It does look like there's a little bit more detail to the track. At a distance, oh, the shimmering is gone on the grass to the left, so that's definitely better there. Alright. I'm gonna back up just so I have the distance I can go forward again. There. Alright, now for the interesting ones. So right now, yeah, TA is definitely making positive impact. But now for the interesting ones. So this is... actually, I'm going to skip that one. I'm going to do this one first. So this is just TA with the sharpening on top. so we should definitely look at the track. Yeah, that has gotten a little bit sharper. I think so is the grass. Here, let me do that so we have a good view of the grass next to the menu. Oh yeah, I hope that's clear to you. That's very clear to me. Also, I think the track. Yeah, maybe not. It's harder to tell with the track, I'll be honest, but the grass is a lot sharper with the sharpening, the fidelity effects sharpening enabled. Alright, so go back to this. And let's see how this looks. So this is, it's rendering at some lower internal resolution and then being upscaled with the sharpening being applied on top of that. I don't think, I'd have to check now, but I don't think that there is an actual fidelity effects upscaler, that they're just using fidelity effects to refer to the contrast adaptive sharpening that's under the fidelity, that's part of the fidelity effects family, and it's the first, CAS was the first thing under it, but there are other things, so it's, yeah, anyway. Ooh, that grass looks actually kind of bad. Hang on, did it also, wow, hang on. I gotta check that. Now I can go to this. Look straight ahead at the Rolex logo with the text. Look at it here. Which, yeah, the edges are a little soft on it, but it's not that bad. And then look at that. That is clearly low resolution. I mean, wow. Oof. I mean, ouch. It may substantially help performance. This does not look good to me. Like, that looks worse to me. I'm gonna check to make sure. But this looks worse to me than I think just TA checkerboard. Oh yeah, checkerboard definitely looks better. Okay. Alright. So the maximum will be TA with fidelity effects sharpening. But for note, I'm going to have TA and... Hang on, okay. Both good. So both TA and TA with fidelity effects are good to go for maximums. CAS does definitely sharpen parts of the image, which is nice. So it is the maximum, but just TA is fine. TA with fidelity FX upscaling looks quite bad, worse than TA checkerboard. This is at 2048 by 1152 though. It is possible this is meant more for higher resolutions. So the lower internal resolution be higher than what I am getting here. Okay. Okay. And I just added a final note that without considering the resolution stuff, TA TA checkerboard looks markedly better than the fidelity effects upscaling. But it is entirely possible, as I put in the note, that just by having it, yeah, I should have it here for the testing. But that just by the fact that I'm going at 2048 by 1152 may be hurting the upscaling, because it could be working with 1024 by, what would that be? 576? Is that it? Let me quickly check. Yeah, 576. Like, if it's cutting it down a half in each dimension, that's a lot smaller than the 1280 by 720 that would be used if it's, again, having the dimensions for, say, 1440. But I don't have a 1440 screen. I've got this 2048 by 1152, and if the test system were working, that would be 1920 by 1080. So, yeah. You're kind of stuck. Alright, anisotropic filtering, which... honestly, on the track right here, it's not that big a deal because it all just kind of blends to gray anyway. At least looking straight ahead. If you look to the right of the tire there, it is definitely softer there, which may or may not bother you. The advertisements along on the walls alongside though, that's horrible. Yeah, I do not want to touch that personally. This is actually a very good spot because of the nice straightaway. So okay. Kind of bumped that. I think I did say 0 before for 2019. Why would I do that? I guess maybe the whole... okay, yeah. I was probably going with, by definition, minimum acceptable. Oh wow, that 2x on the signs was so much better. It's not that big a deal on the tarmac, on the track to the right of the tire, going to 2x. 4x is clearly better than nothing. Yeah, I think I would also say it's better than 2x. Noticeably better. Yep. There. Hang on. That third Melbourne sign on the left is softer, and I'll bet that going to 8x or 16x would help with that. But you know, let's not worry about that. Just, I mean, that's not that big a deal. Is the thing I'm trying to get to. 8x, that looks better. The track looks better. I can see more detail in the front of the tire. Wasn't really looking at that before. But yeah, I can see that change there. Maybe, hopefully that survives the video compression. And 16x is better. I mean, which isn't surprising. This is a game that is going to benefit from anisotropic filtering. There it is. Oh, there. Alright. So the notes I made here. Off, just by definition, minimum acceptable. But 2x is noticeably better, 4x is better than 2x, 8x is better than 4x, so it's go as high as you can for anisotropic filtering. But it's, well, with the high speed, well, with consideration the game's high speed play. So I just added the part in there that, it's like when you're at speed off, you're not going to notice it that bad, is my guess, but turn it up if you can. Alright, that's all of these that I can cover. Because I already talked about how I can't with the dynamic resolution stuff. I can't control it, so it's not worth trying to mess with. I just want to check if I do that. That's not going to. Yeah, it's still capped. I'll bet though that if I just go to full screen, that'll see the frame rate jump. All right, now for here, and remember, I'm gonna skip texture streaming, asynchronous compute. I'll also skip it. I'm also just thinking that for me with the Polaris card, there's no reason to ever turn it off because that should just be improved performance. With the Vega, if I do a performance analysis, that'll see improvements as well. Some of the NVIDIA cards won't. The 770 almost certainly won't. The 980 probably wouldn't. Pascal, maybe not. NVIDIA has improved their async compute for Turing. I just don't remember in what ways. So yeah, let's just worry about the other stuff. Right, this is actually not a track that's going to see the lighting be all that important. I want to come over here and... Nope, not that. No. What is it? There's a button for it. I'll just do this. Yeah, car chase. Let's go with that. Alright, okay, hang on. Wait, I thought, yeah, that's kind of funny. So if you look above the B for back, over there, if you go up to ultra high, you'll see that shadow actually softens. See? I'm just a little confused as to why that's under lighting quality when we have shadows here. Oh, okay, no, that makes sense. I understand now. I understand what's going on here. So, this is controlling most likely the shadow map. So, yeah, okay. So this is like the resolution of the shadows, while this is the effects that go into the shadows. Okay, I get that. I get that now. I get that. It still is though. I'm gonna want to check a different map. Now let me actually go to low. Oh wait, no, there's ultra low. That. Okay, that's not so good. You could probably get away with that though. The shadow cast by the car. I mean, that's not great, but it's not horrible. Let me see what low looks like. And again, depending, this might be something that... Oh, low looks so much better than ultra low. And like, look at the tire. Look at the shadow for the tire. It's like actually round here. I'm just oh wait, no, I can't. because I can't really like use the trackpad to help figure that out. Let me just. Oh, yeah. Let's actually. Yeah. There's so much polygon popping. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna restart the lab. I'm just thinking, how do I want to approach this one? Yes, I know I'm skipping over post-process, by the way. I need to make notes for both of them, though. Alright, Alright, there. Just made a note that lighting quality does control shadows. I'm trying to decide, do I want to invoke definition so ultra low is acceptable, is the minimum acceptable, or do I want to say go to low because ultra low, yeah. Okay. I'm going to kind of reverse it. So ultra low can be done if you must, but start at low. It is so much better than ultra low. So sort of the reverse, where I'm kind of fine that the definition there, because like technically yes, you can get away with ultra low, but low looks so much better. That really is such a leap between ultra low and low. Please start at low if you can. Start at low. If you have to go to ultra low, okay, fine. But start at low if you have to tweak all the settings to find things. Alright. Hang on. Let me just... Nope, wrong one. It's so annoying that I keep getting to go down. I'll be honest, I'm having a hard time spotting it there. Alright, let's move up. Oh, that's possible. That is very possible. Alright, here, let me come over here. This may help. Actually, I think, I might be able to do it here. Okay. If it's let me see and then I'll explain what my thinking is here. There. And let me actually get over into this lane. Nope, wrong way. There we go. Okay. Nope, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing a difference between there. What I was thinking was maybe low and medium are the same shadow map resolution, but it's at what point does it transition from one resolution to the next. Like one map layer to the next. Medium might push that out further. I'm not seeing that here because I've got the shadows from the fencing all the way down that right side now. But I can't see it any change. So yeah, it is possible that there is something going on. I can't see it. Alright, so time to see how high looks. This I do expect. Yeah, okay, so going to high, it did definitely push that back. Yeah, that's definitely clear. And the shadow resolution is also much better for the car's shadow. Yeah, that is interesting though. Hey, let me... Okay, that's glass. I thought it was chain link. Are some of them chain link and some of them not? Okay, here's chain link. Because it looked like... Yeah, it actually gets softer when going up to high from medium. Okay, I did see a small change there. The pole between two sections of it, right, the Rolex logo on the far right of the screen, if you look directly beneath that, the shadow for that pole, that shorter section with the gate on either side, you'll see that change slightly from low to medium. That's all I'm really seeing there. I'm not counting that. It's like, okay, there's a difference, doesn't matter. Not really. But yeah, so that's interesting. Going to high, that suddenly looks a lot softer. How does ultra high look? And then that's softer. I wonder if it's a funny aliasing trick where it's like the sampling positions for medium and ultra high catch the fencing there better than high does. But yeah, let me also... Okay, so there. I mean, I can see some polygon popping in there. And that's what's happening here. There is polygon popping there. Yeah, that's funny. Okay. Well, ultra high is definitely the maximum. Yeah, let me update this. Medium is specific and hard to spot. High actually looks worse than medium / low in areas. I'm thinking a funny quirk to the sampling positions causing the shadows to be softer to the point of disappearing. Ultra high does clearly look the best though. So it kind of makes it seem like a skip high. Start at low, go to medium if it's, if you want. Don't worry about high. If you can do ultra high though, that's where it looks the best. But I don't know what's up with high. I do know I am thirsty though, so just a moment. Much better. Okay. No, that's because I changed preset. Okay, in theory. Man, I don't know what the post-processing would be, which definitely makes this harder. What other cameras do I have? Yeah. Alright. Actually, hang on. Post-processing shouldn't impact this. I'm just, that's it. I forgot where I was going, where I was. It's like, this in a way is going to be a better angle to see certain things. It's not worth looking at that. Yeah, in a way, that really doesn't look that bad. It does have a nice amount of, detail to it. I think I can kind of see it. Yeah, I can see the improvement. It's up to you if it's enough. Yeah, how bad is this gonna be? Ooh, that's bad. Alright, yeah. That's at low. Let me go up to high. Oh, wait, here. I want near chase. See, the whole not knowing what the post-processing includes is tricky, but I would think it could include that the heat distortion from the exhaust there. That's true. This is at high, so that's not necessarily going to tell me as much. Yeah, I just don't know. I fully just do not know what is included in post-process here, so I can't. I got nothing. There's a reason I'm doing this. I'm hoping. I might need to try. Okay, well that's good. So we are able to see right here that we're not getting. Actually, we're not even getting the grass kick up that we were before. I guess it let those particles first die out. Like there would be a lot of stuff being kicked up right there. Alright, and let me, yeah, even at low, let's, yeah, look at that, so much better. I was like, that actually feels like I should be having difficulty controlling like I am. Like it actually is hard to control in this, and that makes sense now. Oh man, that just feels good. I wonder how long you can do that before the tires pop. Yeah, I'm just... No. Okay. So I'm gonna, like, bring up the MFD stuff to see the tire temperature and such, but that might be locked out in this mode. In time trial, I mean. Let's just restart that. I'm also watching for the chassis to scrape on the ground, causing sparks, because that should also be included with this. Okay, yeah. Alright. And even though I haven't looked through what I wrote before 2019, I'm guessing that I'm not gonna see anything really different going to high. Oh, well, okay, no, that may he just... No, that isn't. Oh, wow, there is actually a clear difference there. The dust. It's not just the large particles there, but small particles, basically. Yeah, there it is. I doubt I'm going to be able to tell you what the difference is between medium and high. But from low to medium, technically, that's present. Unless I'm not remembering correctly. Some days, just the smoke from the tires that'll normally be there. Okay, maybe I'm going crazy, because I could have sworn that there wasn't this dust cloud. At least not as thick. Alright, then I don't know what the difference is between... And maybe I am just going crazy. So yeah, I can't tell you what the difference is between those, and I'll bet if I look, that's exactly what it was for 2019. Alright. There. Ooh. Some of them are just there, like sprites. I don't think anyone would really notice, though. So it's gonna just be a question of, okay, what point does it matter? Man, medium, that looked fine. This is gonna be a restart lap situation, though. Okay. Alright. Wait, there's smoke shadows? Might have made a mistake here. Yep, I did. Okay. Alright. Easy enough to fix. The way I actually made the table. Hang on. Oh, no, there we go. Yeah. The way I actually made the table to save myself some time is I copied the create statement for 2019 because basically everything is the same. Not quite everything though. That had smoke shadows as a setting. This doesn't. And this had async compute that had something for culling. Alright, I forgot to put stuff in for particles. You can live without them. Cannot tell you difference between low and the other options. Low. This controls, now I'm talking about the crowd. This controls the draw distance for having animated crowds. So at low, you still have a complete, I spelled that, a complete crowd, but you can see the cutoff between those moving and those not somewhat is somewhat near. I'm actually gonna go with medium. Can see a difference between medium and ultra high, but I do not think the difference will be noticeable when at speed during normal gameplay. That is exactly my opinion on it. Alright, mirrors. Yep. Which actually that should be more than just well, it might be more than just the mirrors on the car. Okay, let me put it over here. That's not a mirror up there, but it might, I think it is controlled by that setting, because I feel like I discovered that in a different game. Nope. No, it's not. Okay. Then I need to change my view. That would work. Oh, there is actually a camera angle option. Here we go. Oh, it's up there. Okay. I, for whatever reason, was not looking up there. I was mainly looking at the ones on the car itself. Alright. I'm going too far. Here we go. Ooh, yeah, you could... Okay, it's the virtual one isn't that bad. The real ones, you can see that. That's a much lower frame rate. Right, I'm hoping that at high, the frame... I don't care if the effects... Because it's also a low quality image, but I don't care if that doesn't change, if just the frame rate improves. Nope. That's still kind of stuttery. Oop. Oh. I was like, what was that before? Oh yeah, I'm in a DRS zone. Okay, that's better. There's still some temporal stuff there. I'll bet that the virtual camera view doesn't actually, doesn't get impacted. Alright, yeah, it's the full range, I'm thinking. So from low to ultra high. Although, here, let me... I can't actually see it here. Not unless I turn on the gaze tracker and, well, yeah, why not? Easy enough to do that. Though apparently it was having some weird issue. Because it didn't even see it as being connected, apparently. Yeah, I'm not sure. Sometimes it's just acts weird. I've talked about that before. Just unplugged it, plug it back in. Okay, there we go. Yeah, every now and then the device just gets upset. Alright. Although I don't remember which setting I'm on. Which option I'm on. There it is. I'm on ultra high. Okay, I want to be on low. Ugh. I mean, that just... What that looks like to me is in some games when it's like running... I guess an example would be like, imagine a Doom game or a Wolfenstein game where it's like, okay, there's newer games in this larger franchise, but it's also the really old games, and they like have video of that just running in the background somewhere, and it's running at a super low frame rate, just so like you really get the idea this is old. That's what that makes me think of. That's yeah, that okay. Alright, I'm putting that in ultra high for now, because I want it there. Alright, and I'm going to turn the gaze tracker back off. Okay. Yeah, I should make that note somewhere. Well, no. I guess it really doesn't matter. That note that doesn't matter is you need to use the gaze track. It's like, well, no, with the TV pod views, you do see those mirrors, so you might be using them. But yeah, it's basically, if you're not using them, low is fine, because they're just there as decoration. But if you do use those mirrors, you want ultra high, because otherwise you are going to be seeing that, and it is not good looking. What was that? Was that here? Yes, it was. No, that wasn't. On-screen display, that was it. Yeah, so that off. Alright, what do I have next? Ambient occlusion. That's not going to be the easiest to find, I want to say. Actually, hey, yeah, I'm going to quickly look, because I think these options might even be the same as 2019. What did I have there? Here. Yeah, it's the same. Off, on, HBAO plus, and ASSAO. Off because do we really need this? And did spot the differences with enabled, and ASSAO did show a difference from HBAO plus, making it maximum, but I still feel it is not necessary. That's what I wrote before. I don't really remember where I would have seen that, so this will be fun. Trying to figure out where I'm actually gonna care. Actually, over here might be better. Yeah, a little bit higher up. Let's restart the lab. But it is, I want to say, in places like this, where I might... Oh, you know what? No, I take that back. I take that back. I should actually be able to see it here with the near chase. Let me get back on the track. Maybe not. Hang on. Do I have it off right now? If I do have it off, then I can't. Then this isn't gonna help me. Yeah, it's not helping. Because it's possible that some of the lighting, some of the shadows from the car on itself would actually be the ambient occlusion. But I want to say that, I want to say though that when I had found it before in 2019. Okay, hang on. You know what? This actually might be a place for it. Oh, isn't that nice? It's actually changing while I'm looking. Huh. Just how it looks like there's a second line in the shadow there is kind of weird with that one. Okay, and I am seeing it on the car as well. I can't quite decide which is better between this and this. I mean, it is. Oh, wait, no. I know what's going on there. Okay. Yeah, that would make sense. So the reason that it looks like there's two lines with ASSAO and none with HBAO+, this might be taking into consideration the yellow line right there. That'd be reflecting more light and break up the darker sections on either side of it. Okay, that would make sense. That would explain it. That really would. Okay. I'm basically going to align with what I said for 2019. Not really necessary. So minimum for off and ASSAO maximum on HBAO plus and ASSAO all look aggressively better, with ASSAO looking the best, and apparently or possibly showing, well, taking refinement reflections into account, making it more accurate. Okay. Screen space reflections are next. I'll leave that there, actually. I mean, I'm seeing reflections on the car body, so off hasn't changed that, it seems. Oh, that would probably be vehicle reflections, though. Well, at least it could be. Damn, I'm just seeing the shadows there. That's not gonna help. Okay, I can't test that. I just realized, duh. Okay. In order to test the reflections, I need, like, you know, a rainy track. Oh, wait. There we go. Did I set it off? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Actually, hang on. Because I have them right in front of me now. Let's see if maybe they change while I look at them. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to tell you the difference between low and high. Yeah. Hang on. Actually, no. Not there. Here. Here. No. I got no idea. And I'm also unsure about ground cover. I think I will go back and look at that. Texture streaming, I'm just skipping. Vehicle reflections, I can try looking into that some more. Skid marks, though. What did I say last time? This is one reason why I have. Okay. I'm copying what I put down for F1 2019, but this is one advantage to my having all these games in the same database, and I can just go between the tables. Yeah, so I don't disagree with this. Off because you do not really need skid marks, but they are nice to have, because it's weird in a racing game to not have skid marks. Let's just admit that. Low because I can't spot difference between low and high. Might be a matter of distance before they disappear, in which case I could believe low is enough. That's what I noted before, and I don't see reason to really change that. What did I have written for ground cover, though? That's what I want to check on. Okay. That would make sense. There. I'm struggling to see what the difference is between medium and the others. At least at the yeah, actually, let me do that. Because the right side is easier to see with the menu open. Yeah, I can't tell you what the difference is between medium, high, and ultra high. And I'm just said what I also said for 2019. Yep. Yeah, I can just copy what I had before. Okay. Let me see, did I have anything for SS? No, I didn't. Unsure what it does is all I had for the SSRT shadows, which might be something like screen space ray tracing shadows, ray trace shadows. I could believe it, but I don't know. Okay. So there, I'm gonna leave the others where they are. Car and track selection. Wet. Yeah. There. So wet will let me check reflections, night will let me check lighting. And also the weather, obviously. Alright, oh, that's not what I meant to do. Still wants to complain. Alright, there. I just wanted to move around some to make sure things were reset, at least from frame to frame. I'm kind of struggling to see the difference with the lighting from medium to high. There. I just felt like backing it up a little bit. You know what? Let me do this. Alright, there. Yeah, I'm struggling to see it between medium and ultra high. But then we do know it is influencing the shadows, so that is important. Well, I was just typing in medium for the minimum. It's like, how bad is low? How bad is low is basically no real lighting effect. Well, no atmospheric lighting effect. There's a little bit of, actually, there's a little bit around the lights, but medium looks so much... Medium is clearly better looking. Because there's actually atmospheric lighting, there's volumetric lighting, that is definitely better. Alright, so low... Use a lot of lighting effects such as volumetric. Medium looks markedly better. And I'm curious, what did I put down for 2019? Okay. Alright. Let me find a shadow. Hopefully I can. I might not be able to. It is entirely possible that this weather is such that I'm not going to be able to find suitable shadows. Yeah. There might just be enough ambient light set up here that I can't... I'm not going to be able to tell you if there's a difference. Could do that, but I don't want to just yet. Okay, so... For just straight lighting, medium is max. Cannot tell you how high and ultra high differ, including the shadow effects. However, this might be different. Basically, I need to come back to this. Post-process, still can't tell you what's going on with that. Screen space reflections and weather effects are the next things I want to look at because I figure I can actually figure something out with them. Wow. That... I know... I think I know basically what it did, but that was quite a change. Yeah. So... just wow. Okay. So what is happening is at low and medium, the water's not allowed to reflect the light. Except for like direct reflection kind of stuff, because we do see that there. But there's like no, just the ambient light being reflected back kind of thing going on. But once you go to high, now it is there, and it just completely lights things up. That is profoundly different. How far? Okay, I only need to go back here, so that's helpful. See, right now the question is high and ultra high. I'm not seeing it, and I'm not gonna hunt because I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it. High. For now, I'm putting in low for the minimum. Just will I be able to spot a difference between low and medium? This is medium, right? Pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not spotting it. It's possible that this is one of those high resolution things, but I kind of doubt it. At low, well, yeah. Cannot spot difference between low and medium. At low, water on track does not reflect ambient / soft light, so the track can be dark even under... I'm going to call them stadium lights. I don't know what better way to call them at night, but at high, the water does well, here, let me start a new sentence there. At high, the water does reflect this ambient soft light, making the track quite bright. Which I don't really have a place I could go and see, hey, is this realistic? But it should be more light reflected than this. I mean, that looks, when you consider how bright those lights are, and that there's enough mist and such in the air that the space around, there's just a volume of light. So this does make sense. This actually does make sense. And it's also, hang on, let me quickly check that. Yeah, it's also, look at the number of droplets that are lit up, like above the menu, or between the menu and the stadium lights in the upper right. You look there, when I go to high, there's suddenly so much more. I mean, there's more rain everywhere. That could in part be this lighting. It's more of it is reflecting light or scattering light around, so that it's just much more illuminated, and that is a profound difference. Okay. Cannot spot difference between high and ultra high. And I started talking quietly there. Cannot spot difference between high and ultra high. So high is the maximum, but I do like high. I think that this is better looking. Vehicle reflections I'm not going to be able to do anything with, and I kind of remember that from 2019 as well, where it's too hard to ensure that I can find an example of that, so that just leaves the screen space reflections. I gotta try to find a good example. Which hopefully there will be in these puddles. It's just finding a spot, which will be hard because I have it turned off. That's actually really stupid of me. There. Okay, so right here, I can actually see Gulf airs reflected in the water over there. It's gone with off. That's low resolution. It's there, but it is low resolution with it at medium. High, that's noticeably clearer. Okay, there. I want to get closer so I can see it more easily. And let me also, okay, that does help some, because it takes the rain out of the image. I can't, High and ultra high might be a resolution thing. At high resolutions, maybe that would be visible. Right now, no, not really. Yep. Cannot spot difference between high and ultra high. Could be resolution dependent. High is clearly sharper. Well, yeah, just sharper. I was going to say more detailed, but sharper contains that. Then medium. I just realized I've been putting this in the wrong box. I was accidentally doing it in vehicle reflections. It's like, that's not where that should be. Yeah. But off is the minimum. Not really needed for this game. Medium is, well, let me new line that. Is not very sharp, but you can see there are reflections. So sort of a off because you don't only need them, but medium if it's just you want their presence there, it makes an impact. Alright. So let me just see. The SSRT shadows that I don't know. Asynchronous compute should have no impact on graphics quality, I would think. Vehicle reflections, I'm not going to be able to figure that out. Texture streaming, I don't feel like doing the whole restart in and out. Yeah, and it's mainly that, to be honest. Hang on, let me set this stuff back. I need to mess with that. That can be there, that can be there. There was something I was saying, but then I remembered, oh yeah, I want to do this stuff. No. That'll work. I want the lights off right now. Because then it uses the sun, so we've got a single directional light to make it easier for shadows. And isn't this handy? We have the shadows of the lights. What was it that I wanted to say? Post-process, that's what I got nothing on that. I don't know what it does here, so. Alright. Well, I guess I should actually do that too. I'm not seeing it between high and ultra high. But why? If it's there with medium to high, it is hard to see. And I'm gonna. Hello. Oh wait, no, that won't help me any. I want the gate shadows. Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing it between high and ultra high. But I can't I? I think I can see it between medium. Yeah, high is a little bit. Okay, it's. Hang on, let me go up a little bit further. Actually, hang on. I know what to do. Alright, there. I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I can't see between medium and high, but from low to medium, that is quite clear. And it's possible that it is there from medium to high, and I'm just not looking in the right spot for it. Yeah. Okay. 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 So for just a straight lighting, as I noted before, medium is the max because I can't see a difference between high and ultra high. Same thing with shadows. Alright, so we got here then. I'm just how far back. Off in TAA with Fidelity FX sharpening for anti-aliasing for the min and max. Also just TAA normally is fine. But the upscaling, maybe that'll work with high resolution. Right here, definitely not. At my resolution, definitely not. TAA with checkerboard looks better if you need the performance improvement. Need stripe filtering. You can get away with off, but turn that up and 16x looks better than 8x, 8x looks better than 4x, 4x looks better than 2x, 2x looks better than off, so go as high as you can. Each step will help. I can't do HDR, motion blur I shouldn't do because I don't I'm not a connoisseur of it. I just always turn it off. Lighting quality, low is the minimum. Low produces hard shadows. I actually didn't make a note for anything else with that. Let me just look at 2019, because I do feel like a lot of the graphics stuff is the same between them. Really? Huh. I don't know. Just, I'm looking at the note I had there. It's like, is that really? Is that what I observed before? I don't remember that. That the color changed a little bit. Maybe that is happening. I'm just not in a position that I see it here. But yeah, post-process, I got nothing. I have no idea what difference that makes. Shadows, it appears to control the shadow map resolution. Start at low. Ultra low is... Do you have shadows? So there's that, but they look quite noticeably bad. An ultra high is the max, because high looked worse. Low and medium, though, looked about the same and noticeably better than that. And I also just realized I'm going with it at... so here, I am seeing a difference between it. At medium, it looks sharper. Let me do that. So I cheated a little bit. Okay, so here, high does actually look better. Okay, then. Alright, so high actually... Well, yeah. In some areas, high actually looked worse than medium, but not all. Ultra high clearly looks better though, so that is the maximum. I'll get rid of the other note. But it still could just be a polygon popping kind of thing, where the sample position for high just was failing it in the Australian rate circuit, whereas here in Bahrain it doesn't. Particles off because you don't really need them. Low because I can't tell you how low, medium, and high differ. Crowd, low for the minimum. It's just the distance at which they will be animated or not. So low is perfectly acceptable. But medium because you can see that distance at low, whereas with medium, it's pushed back enough that I don't think you'd notice it, especially at speed. And the difference between medium and ultra high, because you saw I didn't look at high. That distance is much greater, so you can do that, but it's still, I doubt you can notice it when you're going at speed. Mirrors low if you're not using them. If you are using them, go to ultra high, because that lower frame rate, that jerkiness, you don't want it. Ambient occlusion off because it's not really necessary, and I just realized, hang on, let me do that so it looks like I'm going through it here instead of just through my database. Not really necessary. On HBAO plus, which I miswrote here. There we go. I put an HABO in my note. Anyway, they do get progressively better with them, and it looks like ASSAO actually takes into account the lighting for the coloring of objects around it, which let's actually see if that... Oh, hang on. Turn that up. Alright. Went too far down. Yeah, so a little bit of a difference here. Not a huge one, though. But I mean, there is a noticeable difference between them at least, so... oh goody, let's see if we can spot a difference here, which might be hard to do. hang on. Yeah, that's not gonna help so much. I just realized. The angle with the sun is gonna make that hard to tell. Okay, got more yellow up here. Actually, let's round the corner. This might actually work right here. If my guess for what... this is not a great spot though. Here, let me go back. Oop. This is fun. This might work. Oh wait, no, it's not. This is promise. Maybe, maybe not. See, I don't know what a SSAO necessarily is hurting me here. Not that one. There we go. Oh no, it's got that stripe thing there as well. I don't know. I don't really know. But it's also, like, if you look down by the back button, it's that vertical portion to the wing. It's connected there solidly, so at the HBAO plus, having there be light there makes no sense. Well, there are differences, I think, in some... yeah, that stripe is weird, but... it is more accurate than HBAO plus, based on what I'm seeing on the wing there, so yeah, it's going to stand as the maximum, but there are differences between each, so I guess you can just experiment with it and decide for yourself. Screen space reflections off, because you don't really need them. Medium, though, if you just want something there so it's like they are present, that's good enough. If you want them to be sharp, high is clearly better. Couldn't tell you what ultra high does. Texture streaming, not touching it because of the restart. And it may not really make much of a difference either. Because if it determines how the textures get streamed in, it's not necessarily going to impact then whether they are present or not. And that's key. Because even at ultra low, it might still be there. It looks fine. That all the textures are the same because the card has enough VRAM and all that is powerful enough. I don't know. Texture systems have gotten so advanced in games that it makes some of that stuff much harder to nail down. Vehicle reflections, though, not testing it because I don't think I'm going to get a good sample anywhere. Weather effects, definitely could spot that. If you don't really care, or if you just need to turn things down, low is fine. But at high and ultra high, you had the ambient light, you had the soft light stuff. So it definitely made a visual impact. So and I think it looked better. So high is the maximum. So if you want that, go up to that. If you either don't care that much how it looks, or you need the performance, go to low. Ground cover is just vegetation and such, so not really necessary. It's up to you. Medium for the maximum, because I can't tell you what the difference is between high and ultra high. Skid marks off, because you don't really need them, but low because it would be weird to not have them, and I couldn't tell you how high it differs. SSRT shadows, I don't know what that is. And I doubt I'm going to be able to spot it. Asynchronous compute shouldn't impact quality. Alright, so that covers that, which means I can stop. End session and see about collecting some performance data, which I think how I did it before with 2019 was I just ran OCAT in the benchmark, so I used that data to process, but I will need to be full screen, and I will also want to update my drivers because I am running something slightly out of date. I have not had any issues, but it would still be most correct to do that, to update so that I am on the drivers that the game recommends I be on. Alright, so so that was graphics quality analysis, as it says, and I shall see you next time for whatever that might be, because I don't actually know what that might be. I don't know, like, what review or analysis is up next. Alright, see you next time.